Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Welcome to this week's last daily update with me, Marcel Toda. Also, next week I won't be around too much. I'm on Eastern vacation with my family, so in the spirit of spending time with the family for the holidays, I won't be online too much. That's why don't be surprised if the next 4 or 5 episodes aren't going to come online next week. Now let's get to the markets. What happened? What happened? So we started the week with a bit of a strength here, with a bit of momentum, only to not see it confirmed. So this is the point here. Right here is the point where we were a bit excited. But I've said it here in the daily update episode. Let's not be overjoyed and let's not celebrate too soon because we still need a confirmation of this breakout. We needed a closing price above this candle's high, and it failed to come. So we've tried it once, we've tried it twice, and we've lost all positive momentum here, actually ending with an outside reversal, with a very powerful outside reversal. And it was pretty obvious that the markets were going to turn, and the markets turned around. And now today or on Friday, so to say, we've closed the week with a very devastating move down here. And the S&P lost almost 3%, the Nasdaq almost 3%, and the Russell's 2.6%. So very devastating end to the week. And if we take a look at the weekly chart again, then the markets are again looking terrible. So terrible. You don't see them look as terrible as they do very often. So I think the last time around it was 2020, so 2020. But actually here, 2018, I think beginning with October 2018. So this is pretty much the same move we see here. Where is the next target in the markets? Well, based on this simple average move here, if you are to calculate an average move, I would assume the target would be in the range of 4,000. I think it's a very probable range, so 4,000, 3,900. I don't know if you are going to reach it or if you are going to turn back up again. So I don't know. Most more sensible target would be actually the 200 weekly average in the range of 3,600 to 3,700. But who's to say? We actually expected a bigger move down here, and we don't know what's going to happen. We can just take a look at the charts and decide as we go what's going to happen. So this week I've warned you not to do too many swing trades. I said the markets are pretty much stuck in neutral, and we still need a confirmation. The confirmation didn't come, so the charts pretty much spoke for themselves. And with this also reversal here, it's pretty obvious. Also, the Nasdaq finished the day in the negative here, below the pivot, and as such, it was pretty obvious what was going to come. Now for the short part, I didn't do any shorts here. I waited for a bounce. Why is that? Because we are way down, very aggressively down, and it's here also. This was no position where I wanted to go aggressively down. So under no circumstance I wanted to short here. I would pretty much rather wait for a bounce to the 50 moving average intraday, and then or in the 15-minute chart it looks way worse. So I would pretty much wait for a bounce to the 50 or to the 20 upward, but rather to the 50 here to the 50 moving average, and then go down. Am I going to lose something? Am I going to lose any action? Probably. But what if I go down here? What if I went down here and the markets decided to bounce again and then go down again? I would have been stopped in my tracks. Then I would have opened a new short position. So I don't have anything to lose. right now, I think cash is king, and we just have to take our time and really think about what you're going to do, and don't do anything too hasty. So our strategy going forward is cash is king. That means pretty much cash, or wait for the right opportunity to open a short in the main indexes, or a short here and there. I also have a candidate for next week. If you remember correctly, I've named a couple of setups that were bound to go one way or the other, and the last of them task here was one of the setups I was said it has a nice upside but an even better downside, and if it goes beneath this baseline, then it's screwed, and it did. So the last few days, the last 2 days, it managed to lose 13%, and I honestly I think the journey is still not open. The journey is still not done. I think it will first stop, if it will stop, when it reaches 25. And also this week I've talked about Lumen, so Lumen Technologies. The same story here, a nice upside, but an even better downside. And the target would be here 9.3. So today it went the whole way. Nice, very nice breakdown. So just take a look at the risk, a very tiny risk, and it has already delivered. Now, for the next week, I also chose something for you. It says BBO. It's going to be posted on stockminustip.com under free setups. I pretty much expect the same story here. So a very big crash here with a target of 7. I don't think it's going to break out, but the breakout is still possible. So this is also one setup with two possibilities. Either way, a very nice setup. Either a breakout or a breakdown, but I think given how the market is moving, the breakdown is a bit more probable. Now, back to the markets. The DAX also took a hit, and I think on Monday it will open with a big gap down, and it's going to continue falling. For the time being, euro to US dollar is heading south again, trying to reach 1.06 perhaps. Oil, I had some big expectations in oil and gold and silver this week. These expectations weren't met. Oil is still hovering at the same level it did at the beginning of the week, more or less. And also gold, more or less the same. So it's still in a correction phase. This was a breakout, or it wanted to be a breakout, but it didn't get confirmed. Actually, this is a bearish engulfing. I am still a long gold, and I am still holding on to this position for the time being. But I think my stop would be either at 178 or 175 here. Underneath the 175, I don't want to see it going, but I think I'm going to stick for the time being with 178. If it goes anywhere beneath 178, then I'm also gone, and I will be waiting for the next opportunity. Silver, pretty much the same story here, but with a more powerful down move. So my portfolio, well, I've already downsized here my portfolio. I was careful enough to reduce my or to hide my cash quota, and I didn't take any hit. I actually managed to close my option on the S&P 500 still with a bit of a plus. Then gold has managed to gather some losses here, but not big. And SRLP, I actually closed this position and not wanting to take this hit here. It ended up in the neutral zone, but at one point it was here, so I didn't want to let it go any further, and I closed the position. Car is the last position in my portfolio. This was a nice breakout this week. A breakout, and here's the point where I took my profits, and then I put my stop here underneath this small gap up, and this is where the stop will remain. So either way, this is a profitable trade. Okay, that's all for today. Like I said, there are 2 weeks going, 2 setups going forward next week. This is BBO and SRLP. still on the list, but now also on the downside interesting. These are the two main setups going forward into next week. Okay, thanks for joining me today. Let's see how next week is going to turn out.